Good morning, everyone. It was so good to meet so many of you last night at the reception and again this morning, and I look forward to meeting everyone over the next 2 days. I'm Peter Terrain. I'm Executive Vice President of Access Industries and head of the Blavatnik Family Foundation. It's a great pleasure to be with you, and given that I grew up in Washington, D.C., it's particularly nice to be back home for a few days from New York. Thank you for taking the time and the effort to be here to share your thoughts and your knowledge with your colleagues. And to our Israeli participants, may I say that I particularly appreciate your willingness to be away from your homes and your families during this extremely difficult time in your nation's young history. We all hope and pray that peace returns to all Israelis, all Palestinians, and to the entire region very soon. I'd also like to extend my thanks to President David Harel and the Israel Academy of Sciences and the Humanities, as well as to the National Academy of Sciences, and to President Marcia McNutt, Ken Fulton, Anna Bashkarova, and to the entire Academy staff for hosting this forum. As with water, it takes a great deal of work to keep events flowing smoothly and calmly, and you've all done a wonderful job. Thank you. Some very brief history. The U.S.-Israel Blavatnik Scientific Forum was created in January 2019 to bring outstanding U.S. scientists to Israel and outstanding Israeli scientists to the U.S. for an annual bilateral symposium on important scientific issues. The goal behind the symposia is to establish scientific relationships, promote collaboration and understanding, and stimulate cooperation between U.S. and Israeli scientists. The first forum, titled Computer Science and Its Impact on Our Future, was held in September 2019 in Jerusalem. COVID shut things down in 2020 and 21, so the second forum on strategies and technologies to combat antibiotic resistance wasn't held until April 2022 in DC. The topic of this third Blavatnik Forum is one of essential and existential importance. Globally, 2.2 billion people currently lack access to safe water. By 2030, half of the world's population will live in areas of high water stress, with the potential to displace over 700 million people. And according to the World Bank, by the end of the century, the global supply of fresh water per person will fall by 29% compared to 2000, and by an enormous 67% in Africa. Addressing these issues requires new ideas, discoveries, and technologies, as well as new policies based on trust, compromise, and long-term planning. Fights over water can turn violent, whether between farmers in the Sahel, in South Africa or Mozambique, or between states, as may happen if the new Ethiopian dam prevents Egyptian access to water from the Nile. As recently stated in The Economist, getting the politics of water usage right will require calm, collaborative leadership in order to disprove the epigram attributed to Mark Twain that whiskey's for drinking, water's for fighting. Over the years, the Blavatnik Family Foundation has provided over $1 billion to academic and scientific institutions, including most of the institutions represented here today, to promote innovation, discovery, and creativity. We're so proud to partner with the National Academy of Sciences and the Israel Academy of Sciences and the Humanities to support this forum. And most importantly, we all look forward to hearing your thoughts and ideas on how to alleviate global water scarcity in the years ahead so that future generations can live healthy and secure lives. At this point, I would like to welcome to the podium the forum's two eminent co-chairs, Professor Menachem Elimelech from Yale University, and Professor Avner Adin from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem to say a few words of greeting as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the third U.S.-Israel Blavatnik Scientific Forum. As you heard from Peter, and you all know, the world faces major water crisis with billions of people lacking access to clean and safe drinking water. So desalination and water reuse, which is the main theme of this forum, offer promising solutions, but they require innovative technologies, international cooperation, and a shared commitment for sustainability. So the United States and Israel have a long history of collaboration in science and technology, and we are proud to continue this tradition with this forum. Our goal is to bring together leading experts from both countries to discuss the latest advances in desalination and water reuse, identify emerging challenges, and explore opportunities for joint research and development. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my co-chair for the symposium, Professor Gideon Dagan from Israel, from Tel Aviv University, who cannot be here, but now Avner is replacing him here. I would also like to thank the committee members, Amy Childress, Pedro Alvarez, and Sharon Walker from the US, and Adira Dayan, Avner Adin, and Yoram Oren from Israel. Special thanks to Anna, that sits here, from the NAS, who helped us to put together this exciting, forum, and she did an amazing work and very, very hard work. So the hard work of all of us really have been instrumental in making this event a success. So the theme of this forum is alleviating global water scarcity by desalination and water reuse. So this topic is of immense importance to Israel and also for the United States. We will have 4 exciting sessions in this 2-day forum. Seawater and brackish water desalination will be the session this morning. In the afternoon, we will have management of brines and wastewater. And tomorrow, we will have a session in the morning on advanced technologies for water reuse, and in the afternoon, environmental impacts and societal challenges of desalination and water reuse. So we will have a 1-hour discussion after each session, and I invite you to engage in discussions, ask questions, and share your perspectives. I would like to emphasize that the importance of networking and building collaboration between you during the session, during lunch and coffee break, etc. And now I would like to invite Professor Avner Adin from the Hebrew University. He was also my master advisor in Israel, very proud, to have his welcoming remarks.
So, hello, colleagues and friends. There is an old Russian saying which says, when the cannons sound, the muses are silent. The Shostakovich, the composer, he was in Leningrad when the Germans attacked Leningrad, and he was sitting in the conservatorium and playing, and then the roof started to burn from the Germans' bombs. So then he came out and said, now both the muses and the cannons, we can hear them sound. And it looks like we are in a similar situation. We all remember the September 11, what happened. I was in my laboratory, and then I started to hear and see the pictures, and the heart was really hurting. And the situation in Israel now that we are sitting here, is also traumatic. But let us say we are the muse, the scientists that can do the work. I mean, all of you here, the Israeli delegation, the Americans, we are all doing the things that we do with passion in order to bring our countries, but also the planet to a place where water will not be so scarce to fight against the climate change. So we are doing our job in order to better life. So I think it is a great blessing for me and probably for you to be here together. I'm very glad to see here either students or collaborators that I'm familiar with, and also new faces and younger scientists that are coming and build up the new generation for water treatment, for water quality. Now, about the topics that we'll discuss here, Israel came to a situation that there was no other solution but to manufacture water. We went a lot for water saving. Everybody tries to save water, but the whole amount of water saving is equals to one desalination plant. So in Israel we have today 5 desalination plants. Some of them have been expanded. 60% of the drinking water in Israel is desalination. 50% of the irrigation water comes from wastewater. And there is the link between those, because the desalinated water that are coming to our homes turn to be irrigation water later. So I think many said, gave us the background of what is going to be here. In Israel, the scientists that are here will present their works mainly in the several directions. One direction is to improve membrane efficiency, some of it by amending or changing the surface of the membrane, the characteristics of the membranes. Others are looking at the water, remaining water, meaning the brine, what to do with it, which is a question that has not been really solved yet. And some look at how to better remove contaminants, maybe by taking other types of particles like clays and make them be like a surface which be active and reactive to contaminants or to new coming contaminants. So I think we are all in a same spirit and in order to find solutions, but not only. It's not only applied science. I mean, there is a lot of basic science that on this, the applied science is being built, and you will hear about it today. So let me thank the organizers. Our hosts are so wonderful, and the Israeli organizers. I'm sure you will support me in sending Gidon Dagan, actually his wife, a quick recovery. And I really miss him here, but I hope that he will be, he's far, but I know that his heart is here, and he asked me also to give his greetings to this conference. Thank you very much. I think now I have the pleasure and honor to present to you the keynote speaker of today, which is Professor Megan. Megan is a professor in Stanford University, but is also in charge of different projects and programs in other places. But I think the most attractive thing that I see in her work is the water energy nexus, which is something that we have to put it a lot of efforts in reducing the carbon prints and to bring like a balance between these two essential commodities that we need. Of course, we can try to discuss what is more important, but I think they go together, and I think Megan is a great leader in this respect, and I think we will hear from her what she wants to say about it. Thank you very much.